What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of JR and the Crew. We are here, and we're Capitol Records, Sony Records. I mean, we go back and forth.
Everything, bro. We're fucking there.
We're
in
about
the
to
middle.
sign our new artist.
We're in the middle right now. You know what I'm saying? We got our new artist here. Right?
Hell, we got our own building, damn it. Shoot, right there. You're going to see it up right there. JR and the Crew building right there. But hey, let's welcome E-Man to the show. We got our boy E-Man on the show. And then we got our boy Vic in the house. Always, slick Vic, man, with the nice hats and stuff.
Ooh,
tearing it up, man. There's all these people wearing his gear and posting it and stuff.
Bro, you were nonstop, dog. I give it to you. I've been meaning to give you a shout out because, man, this dude is on the damn move.
He is, dude.
And he has time to promote everybody and spread love, which is what we do. This guy right here is the fucking the
marketing man.
The main guy,
I'm
bro.
the love spreader.
Yeah. He's spreading love, all right.
He's spreading the love.
No, man, but hell yeah, Slick Vic, official Slick Vic, man.
Official
Support
Vic.
my man. Support Victoria's Vida.
That's right. And then we got our boy Sachin behind the camera today.
Sachin.
Promoting.
I'm not gonna lie, Sachin's shorts are shorter than Jimmy's. Dog.
They are shorter than Jimmy's, but we're gonna have
Jimmy's
to.
shorts are short, but fucking Sachin takes this one. Sachin, get over here real quick, dog. Show the people your fucking shorts, dog.
Yeah, look, here he goes. Here he goes.
Here he goes.
Oh shoot! Damn!
Jesus.
God, man.
It's
We got
hot outside,
Sachin.
bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Get the balls inside.
Like 1970s shorts right there.
Well, who we got today, dog?
Dude, we got a very special guest, man.
Yes.
It's a very special guest. I mean, you've known him for a long time. You're saying
Yeah,
Vic,
man.
Vic's known him. I've recently have gotten to know him and following him on his Instagram, man. He's very inspirational. His music is awesome, man. We got Migs Whiskey in the house, man.
What's going on? Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming, bro. Because the way you're going right now and heading in your voice, I think we're going to be happy that we had you on our show.
Yeah.
So we're able to say that, man, we had Migs Whiskey right here on JR the Crew.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But before we get into your story, bro, we like to talk about topics.
Yes.
All right.
You know, things that happen in society or in entertainment, things you hear about.
Going on, dog.
Just in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, we like to get in the nitty gritty and talk about a couple of things. But Slick Vic,
Yes, sir. So, remember a couple weeks back we were talking about that dude Iron Jacket who faked it.
right? Yes.
Okay, so he came back saying that he's innocent, that he's really, Azteca. that
What?
You guys are fucking taking things out of proportion. That you guys didn't give me a chance to speak for myself. I was in the hospital bed almost dying, and you guys are making no rumors. So,
Wow.
dude, he did like a 2-hour interview on Instagram.
Man.
Wow.
I'll tell you one thing
Seriously?
about interviews, man. I've seen a couple interviews lately, and they sound like a certain way, but you know what, man? It just ain't that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No one's falling for it now.
So, yeah.
Like everyone that was backing him up, they're like, dude, just don't come to LA.
Yeah. Just don't come to LA, man. Because
Yeah.
do you hear about him, Migs?
Yeah. I actually, and I followed him, man. I gotta watch that. I got my views on it too. You know what I
Right.
mean? At the end of the day, I actually did sit down and like listen to it. Because that's the one thing about social media. It can start a career and it can ruin a career.
That's right.
And sometimes, like I'm from the streets, bro, and like it's all about paperwork. You know what I mean? Is it written?
right.
Is it written in black and white? So at the end of the day, I kind of see his side of it. It was like a couple girls sliding in the DMs, really liking how his spiritual,
Right.
Indigenous ways were a good way, and then later on, the girls start sending some explicit photos, and then
Right.
later on, it sounds like he actually had a relationship with him.
Wow.
So I really don't knock him for that. At the end of the day, is that I've been out in that situation myself, where girls slide up, and then you give them a little bit more than just
Yeah.
6.5.
He gave him the cross.
6.5, baby.
But at the same time, he hit on one thing that I just want to hit on is like he talked about a way of life which was more of a mentality than the way of your skin.
Right.
Okay.
So like there was it was good, like I guess a discussion we can start about.
Yeah.
What makes you indigenous? Does it make you indigenous because you claim you're indigenous, or the action of living like an indigenous person and having the mindset? Because he does live off the grid.
Oh,
and
okay.
He does not have running water, and
Wow.
he does do a lot of the traditional stuff. So even if you were to be like negro, white, or brown, living in an indigenous way, technically.
So that's
is-
probably why he feels that he is indigenous.
Yeah.
Because he's
Yeah.
doing
But,
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Ooh.
really think my man don't got water? I mean, I know he painted himself all red and shit, and it seemed like he wouldn't shower, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
come on, dog.
I don't know,
That
man.
dude was, he was making, at the end of the day, it's about making dough. It's about fucking going out there and doing your thing and trying to make a better way of yourself, and whether it be scamming or whatever it might be, bro, but he did it. He fucking did it. And chicks are gonna dig you no matter what, bro. You could be
Man.
the
Right,
fucking, you could be the weirdest motherfucker. There's always gonna look at Ted Bundy, bro. He had bitches left and right.
Left and
Richard
right.
Ramirez.
Fuck him,
Richard Ramirez.
So this is just, you know,
Charles
that
Manson.
doesn't surprise me. That
does-
right there
yep,
don't
yep,
surprise
yep.
me, so.
Too, when that Richard
You know.
Ramirez documentary came out on Netflix,
Yeah.
all these girls, oh my god, he's so hot. Like,
But I mean,
He's
it's
hot. Dude, they wouldn't even look at him in the
But
streets.
it's nothing new too. Like women have destroyed men's lives since the beginning of time. Even,
Oh, yeah.
even in scripture.
Amen.
I mean, there's a story in the Bible, right, with the guy with the long hair, and that's where his
Samson.
power is at.
Samson, yeah.
What? She finds out, cuts it.
You
know, and like.
well,
I mean,
first she breaks him off.
I think I think one of the
Even-
disciples got his head cut off because the wife wanted his head.
Or
you know?
even King David.
I think that was Paul, right?
Yeah.
It was Paul. She wanted his head, and she got it.
But King David, too. He
David,
slept with Bathsheba.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
then
like it's
God killed his
something
first
that, you
wife,
know,
Bill's
it's gonna
baby.
happen. But I think another thing, going back to
Fucking Bathsheba.
the
original.
Iron Jacket thing,
Yeah.
is, man, I don't want to lose myself. A lot of people too are focusing on like the credibility of being a gangster. Now, like, what are we talking about? The gangster shit, because for sure, then that's a whole new other bracket of
Right,
things. Like,
right,
we're
right.
gonna have to go back and investigate if that's even a thing, right? But about the whole spiritual stuff and the whole thing, that's another thing too. So it just depends what you want to be about. But that's why when you come out and do this stuff,
Yeah.
and you put yourself out in public, you got to know what you're gonna be about.
Right,
Because
right.
You can't. Hey, it's like in jail. You're gonna run a program with Christians. You better stay on that Christian side, homie,
Woo.
because over here we're doing program time.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
and you can't wishy-washy because that could get you stuck.
Yep.
You know, that could get you some hard candy.
Ooh, dang. This guy's good.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, he's real
He's on
good.
the show, bro.
He's real good. Give it a sex attack.
Big whiz.
Oh yeah, man. That's the truth, though, dog. I mean, he hit it right on the head. I mean,
No, it's
that dude-
true, man.
That dude's still to come back, though. That's funny, man.
No, but even somebody else's, I don't call it a comeback, but
Oh,
it's
shit.
Richard Montanez, the hot Cheeto guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a big old thing on him.
yeah.
But right now, he's proven everyone wrong, and he's
Right.
doing his movie with Eva Longoria and all them.
Man,
So
shout
and
out
he's
to
doing it.
Fabian. Shout out to
Fabian
all,
Alomar.
all the
Fabian.
homies that are on that movie, man. And
Emilio Rivera.
yeah, dude,
Emilio,
taking that
everybody,
raza to the
man.
next
Yeah,
level.
hey,
Heck yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
For sure, taking them to the next level, man, and giving them some roles that should have been done a long time ago, and hopefully this movie comes out and it's a big hit, dude.
I hope so, too. But,
They all deserve it. Eva Longoria's already
Yeah.
there, girl. Don't you- Thank you for being there.
but I really do hope that people really embrace it because he does have a good comeback story.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But the problem with Hollywood and him being Latino is everyone starts nitpicking it as it wasn't a true Chicano playing that role or this and that. So people start tearing it apart, and then we don't support it, and it's not a blockbuster.
And
That's what always
I
happens.
think that's the we've had that problem as a raza for a long time, man. Because like, all right, going back to the thing, I don't got no problem with none of them, man. Like, hey, if you're taking our raza to the next level, do it.
That's
But
right.
Another thing about our raza, we've always had that hate since home, you know. And then another thing, like in like the early 1950s, a lot of Mexicanos, Mexican Americans, didn't even speak Spanish because they felt like it would not get them the positions.
right.
So there's a
Yes.
lot of pochos.
That's
that,
right.
you know, that they feel they're better. Like my mom just had a situation where one of her managers said they had hired a Mexican American like myself, first generation, let's say, right? And then my mom had said something to her because she's been there for a long time, seniority, you know, and she was just trying to look out for her. And then the supervisor came and he's like, you know, you should just listen to her because she's American. And my mom's like,
Wow.
well, I'm American too. What are you talking about?
shoot.
And that's raza ra raza.
Yeah.
And we've had that a lot, man. And like
yeah.
sometimes instead of helping our people get to the next level, we're nitpicking. He's not gangsta enough.
Yep.
He's not
Yep.
holy enough. He ain't this. He ain't that. He ain't good. But it's all about
And that's what
tribalism,
destroys our
You know,
stuff.
like he's from another neighborhood. I don't like that neighborhood. So since he's from that neighborhood, fuck him.
Yep.
And it's like, damn, dog. Like, well, he's doing something.
exactly.
That's your cousin, though. Like, you'll fuck him.
Yeah.
No, and that's the part, man. So I hope this movie really makes it.
Yeah, me
but
too.
But and people see beyond the stupid stereotypical things of like, oh, this and that. How
Let's take it for
A
it
good
being
story.
A good story.
A
Let's take
good
it for
freaking story.
Something that happened to a man that changed his life, and let's take it for
Better.
that.
Exactly.
Not take it on who's in the movie and who's this and who's that.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
I mean,
right.
We should take it as damn. That's a good like when you hear of any other movies that have based on like the movie Monster, you took it as the story. You didn't take it as who's in it, because I could have
Right.
cared less who played the part.
Right,
They had
right.
some big names.
Yeah,
And at the end of
exactly.
the day, you forgot who was playing the part, because that's, it's just you want to hear that story.
Exactly,
You know what I
man.
mean? I mean, that's just, an example, but,
Yeah.
the Hot
But I love
Chili
that, man.
Hopefully it's
yeah,
a hot
I hope it
blockbuster.
takes off, man, because that'll be
Hell
another good blockbuster for hopefully for
sure.
us to be able to
It'll be like another
do-
Selena in the 90s.
Woo,
Yeah,
come
like,
on now.
exactly.
Like getting to see our
I think
people
everyone
on-
got behind that because of her big booty and it was J-Lo.
Yeah, man. Selena was, man.
Shout out to
she was
J-Lo.
before her time, man. Like,
Shout out to J-Lo
that
and
booty
Ben,
was
Ben Affleck.
She started the whole damn thing. Now all these
Started
girls
the
are
booty,
doing
man.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just what it is, But I
And
think
she had her own battles too, with not being able to speak Spanish and
Yeah.
having to learn that. And I'm
Right.
telling you, it goes back to
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
It goes back to the authenticity. Like, are you real enough for us?
Well, not even
And-
that. You're Puerto Rican. You're not Mexican. Why are you going to play a Mexican? Or
Yeah,
Tex-Mex?
That's
that's
another
another
thing.
thing.
that's what I was saying about the movie. That's what
Yeah.
people are gonna nitpick.
Yeah.
They
Dude.
always do that.
Yeah.
And then there's a I don't you guys remember like India Maria?
Yeah.
She used to have a quote that said ni de aquí ni de allá. We're too American for the Mexicans and we're too Mexicans for the Americans. Bro.
Ooh.
And like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like to say another one. I'm too good for the bad guys and too bad for the good guys.
Órale.
We're always stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're stuck in the middle, and
It's
that's
so
why
true.
we're always not
Boom.
talked about.
That's
Yeah.
a new
That's
song.
right.
That's a new song right there.
Yeah,
Stuck in the middle. Stuck in the middle right now. Write it. Let's write it.
Dang!
That's it, exclusive right here.
Hey, bro, he's coming. He's gonna be your hype man right there, bro.
I like his music, man.
Dude.
No,
Just
man.
Hey, be ready to get promoted like a motherfucker, because my boy right here, he stays moving, man.
No, he
Straight
stays
up.
moving, bro.
Support those who support you, bro, all day, man. I believe in that.
No, dude. I mean, we're gonna have you a lot, bro, because I really love your music, and people are you're gonna get to hear his music even later on in the show. You're gonna get to hear some of his songs. He was able to do a little something for us, and it was amazing, man. A very exclusive for us, man. So, anything else, real quick, before we?
You jump in.
Nah, man, I think that's pretty much covered it, man. We kind
That was a
of.
good topic.
We don't want to talk about anything else.
That was a good topic.
That was a good topic.
It was a good topic.
You want to talk about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck? They're back together again? After-
Oh no! The only person I want to talk about, because apparently, she's
I want to
not
talk about Momo.
exactly. That's what I want to talk about, because
We haven't bashed her yet. Oh,
we
shoot,
haven't
man.
bashed Momo.
Oh, we should have a segment when she's not here.
Bash
Momo.
Well, she's not here because she's sick. You're sick. You made it.
Yeah.
She's like,
Who's going like this?
There you go. Bashing Momo.
no, we'll make
And the
a.
titties just come in. Boom.
We'll make a shirt with two boobs and her face in the middle as well, like squeezing it and bashing Momo. Oh
Love
my
you,
God.
Momo.
Love you,
Love
Momo.
you.
Get better. Hope your tits are doing good.
Somebody told me earlier they go that they saw a friend's suggestion and they saw it was her, and he goes, the only reason why I knew it was her because you guys always talk about her boobs.
Dude,
So I
we
was
made
like,
her
oh, that's the
famous.
boob girl. But hey, man, look at we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're
Yeah.
gonna get into Migs whiskey. We're gonna get to his
sir.
story.
His
We want to get to his
story,
story,
yes.
who he is, where he comes from, and why Migs whiskey. So we'll be right back with Jared and the crew.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, check this out, man. Make sure you guys go follow our sponsors, all right? We got Mortgage Masters, Lending 3, Excellence Real Estate Masters, and also, don't forget, Corporate Revivers, okay, guys? So go, you know what? Go like our sponsors, man. Those are the guys that keep this going. We actually have some more sponsors coming up as well. A lot of great things are happening, but go like their pages. If you need to refinance, sell a house, fix up your damn house, call up Mortgage Masters, 93 and all of them. They'll take care of you. And also, if you're starting a business, want to dissolve your business, maybe you need to do your taxes still. You're a little behind. I mean, I got my taxes done by Corporate Revivers, and she literally hooked it up. She hooked up E-Man. She revived my taxes. But hey, check out our sponsors. All right. We're back, man. We are back, and we have our guests. We have Migs Whiskey
What's
in
going
the
on? What's
house,
going on?
man. So, bro, what's up with you, dog? I mean, where are you from, bro?
I was born in Orange, raised in Anaheim and Montebello.
Oh, so you're from that side of the town.
Yeah, man. I just consider it Southern California, bro, because I was bouncing back and forth from Orange County and LA.
Right.
But what made Migs Whiskey was Montebello. You know, that's where I
Montebello.
created what it is now, the sound and everything. You know,
But why
the
Montebello?
music. Punk rock, bro. Like,
Okay.
Right when I got there, I got into the punk scene and I found finally my identity in something.
Oh, nice,
know?
man.
Right.
And yeah, I lived in Mexico too for like a year or two.
Really?
So
Okay.
I've lived in Vegas when I was on the run, and Utah. So, but yeah, Southern California. That's why I always say Southern California. But the whiskey diet, which is me and my brother, we're from Montebello. He still lives there. I live in Orange County now. You know, I had to get out of the city. You just and honestly, it doesn't matter where you go. You take yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's you. It's your personality.
Yeah,
it's who
so-
you are.
So that's the whole get down of where I'm from. It's like a little bit of everywhere up
Everywhere,
and down
yeah.
Southern California.
So you're Migs and your brother's Whiskey?
My brother, no, I'm Migs Whiskey. My brother's Vicious G.
Vicious G.
What's
Okay.
a clean ass name right there?
I know. They give themselves some good, names.
Whiskey, Migs Whiskey though. I mean, like that came from you actually drinking whiskey. Is that one of your
Simone.
drinks?
So we had a band when we were younger called Vicious Assault. So back in the days, every artist used to take the last name of the band. So my name used to be Migs Assault, right?
All right.
And then I went to go do some time in 08, 09, came out with this new sound, and I started doing open mic nights, street performing, and playing at the shop.
Okay.
And guys Migs Assault doesn't go with this kind of sound. So you don't make the name. The name kind of makes itself. And
That's right.
There was a paisano. He would always see me. I always had a bottle of Jack or my flask. And he's like, El whiskey, el whiskey, el whiskey. And I was like, Migs, whiskey. Done.
That's a great
That sounds dope, dude. I
So it
love
was a
that name.
paisano who gave it to me. And Vicious still kept Vicious from Vicious Assault and G
Okay.
because it's the G chord. And
Oh,
obviously
hey.
keeping a G, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because everyone sees him and they're like, homie, did you guys even grow up in the same neighborhood? People don't know this, man. Vicious has been shot at. You know, we that's another thing too that a lot of people get all mixed up. They think because you grew up and you don't dress the part, you don't have that same background.
No,
I'm
Right,
homie,
right.
when I was doing GTAs and all the other stuff, homie, not to brag or nothing, I was doing it with Dogmon and boots and a mohawk.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You're a punkster and
Yeah.
you're still jacking foods.
Simon,
Yeah.
Simon, and because you grew up in that neighborhood, and you know what? You're not gonna be no punk.
The cops like, hey, did you,
You know, I was
see
a
where you
punk
went?
rocker, not a punk. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm not gonna let nobody tell me what's up. You know,
Yeah,
so
that's
you
right.
live in a neighborhood, with active fools. You got to get active.
Yeah.
And people don't know that.
Right.
So when especially on a lot of people think punk rock is white boys. Nah, I
Right.
mean,
No.
you probably didn't grow up around the punk rockers I grew up around because we fought cops and we did a lot of dumb stuff.
Right.
You know, and it was all against the system. So, but I found my identity there
Right.
more than I found it in gangbanging and stuff like that.
Right.
So I'm
Well,
not-
it's
That's
still,
crazy.
even
It's
though.
still,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, the punk rock scene is still its own family, man.
See,
Because
more.
they could tell when guys come in that are not punksters and they're there. Because I used to throw punk shows and. I'm just a promoter guy, but when I used to because they would look at me like, "Who's this fool?" But I was
Yeah,
like,
no, yeah.
"I'm
Oh,
throwing
I
it."
bet, I bet,
Like
yeah.
I'm throwing it. You know what I mean? So they would leave me alone. You know what I mean? But no, because they're diehard
Not a
people.
punk.
Yeah.
They were
You know?
diehard guys.
We have our own politics too. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
you can't rock a shirt that you don't listen to the band.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's kind of you can't
Yeah.
wear something that you're not about.
Right,
That's right.
You know, so there
right.
is every culture has its alpha males and its own codes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right,
everything
right.
has a code, dog. Everything has a code, regardless of whatever. Even the fucking bums that are out there, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
The homeless,
the
yep.
homeless
Yeah.
got codes, dog.
Yeah, they know
Everybody's
where not
got
to
a
cross.
code.
Yeah.
Everybody has a code, dog. Regardless of what you do. I feel that me and Vic would talk about this the other day, or we talked about it in one of the previous episodes, man. The punk rock scene in our culture, man, because I feel like a lot of dudes that were gangbanging and shit, right? Vic
Yeah.
talked about this, low key, they're hardcore rocker fools.
Hardcore,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah, they are.
Fucking,
Yeah.
they know a bunch of just rock and they're into that and it's a trip, or you run into a lot of cats from that area,
Yeah.
long hair, really grungy, but dressed like a cholo. But they're into the fucking rock scene, or whether it would be punk rock or whatever, dude. But it's rock. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
that's right.
I used
And
to
then-
work with a guy from Lot. One of
Oh, yeah.
dude, straight rocker. But he was from the hood.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, how?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a lot. There was a lot of
crazy.
neighborhoods because I talked to a lot of OGs. That's where I grew up, and I
Yeah.
love listening to their stories, man. Like
All
the
of 'em.
jail stories, all of them. And they talked about before they were writing to hip hop, they were writing to Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
There was
see?
barrios that had the stoner thing on it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, instead of like the
Lot
Levi's,
stoners was
yeah,
one of them. Yeah.
stoners.
That's
So
right.
like, there's a history that people don't understand,
Right.
like the consafos, you know, like that history. And the only people that understand that history are the people that are about it.
They don't
That's
even
like
know what
when
the
people tell me,
C is, huh? They don't even know what pussy is.
Yeah, they don't
but-
even know. So like that's when they like when someone tells me like punk rocker, so like you like calm and shit like oh dog. And I'm
Fuck
like I
no.
know you didn't grow up in the hood. homie. And there's a difference by being born in the city and being raised by the streets. And
That's
that's where
right.
a lot of fools get mixed up.
Yeah.
Not because you were born in East Los means you were raised by the streets. Because those are the dudes that end up becoming law-abiding citizens.
Yeah, yeah.
And God bless them. You know, they became
Right.
lawyers and all the people that we need in society.
right.
But then there's that other side that no one knows and you can't claim unless you're about it. Because what do we Chicanos do? We check authenticity.
That's
You know,
right.
are
We're
you
always
genuine?
checking, yeah.
We're always checking paperwork.
Yeah.
That
That's
doesn't
right.
only go for jail. It goes on the streets. Like who do you know? Who knows you?
Yeah.
Like, who's your uncle?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with you though, I mean, because right now, I mean, the way you look, no one would say like, oh, he's a punk, you know,
Oh,
or he's a
no,
rockabilly, but they would automatically think you're a gangster. So why the punk scene and not the gangster scene?
I found my subculture there, bro. I found it
Mm.
there, you know. I wasn't a dumb kid. I kind of thought it was dumb dying for a neighborhood that you never really owned real estate in. I was a poor kid, homie. So I was like, I don't even own real estate here.
Right.
You know, I've always been about that. Like, honestly, I never believed in credit. I believe if you don't own it, you don't own it. You know, if you can't really buy it cash, you don't own it. There was a lot of things that, like, I didn't know why I would do them, but then later on, they, like, got me through a lot of stuff. So that
Right.
subculture really made sense to me, man. It really just did. And I was so angry at the world.
Wow.
I was so angry at the world. And not that gangsters ain't. They are. But I'm like, I was so angry, and that was the only music that I can express that. And like the first time that I was in Pico Rivera with my homie Ekno and my homie Vicious and my homie Krim, rest in peace, we started a band, you know, and I picked up the pen and they're all like, everyone go home, write some lyrics. And like it just felt good. Skating, all that stuff. It was just me.
Yeah.
But then too, you still had that back that is still like you like to take flight on fools. You like to get active, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And that's
But why
had
were
to
you
be
so
that.
angry, bro?
Honestly, man, it's
Because you're
just
so nice now. You know? He's like, hey guys.
and it
what's up?
takes some time, man. You know,
takes time,
sometimes it takes the system beating you down and then realizing that, damn, like there's some stuff that they might be right, you know. And it was a lot of pride, you know. I'm right, and then later on you just get beaten and you're like, you know what? Maybe I might be wrong.
After you get
But
Yeah.
but you know it takes a really strong person, dude, to understand that and figure out like fuck, man, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
to
it
make
does.
those changes in your ways. You know, that's one of the main things here when we have our guests, bro. It's always we look for that. What was that change? Where was that mode that switched you, man? Because there's a lot of people that are going to be watching, or you know, you're going to inspire, bro. Whether it's one person, but it don't matter. It's
Yeah.
still one person.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all
And
I'm here for, man. I'm here to just change
Hell
one
yeah.
life. When I do that, man, I did God's work. You know what I
No,
mean?
no doubt.
And
That's cool, man.
hopefully that person will avoid that mistake,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hearing
Yeah,
your
yeah,
story,
yeah.
and just skip that. Like, oh shit, it didn't work for him.
Yep.
And look at him. No, okay, I got to go around
Yeah.
this way.
A smart
Yeah.
man learns from his
Yes,
mistakes. A wise man
yes.
learns from the mistakes of others. And I hope that you can learn from my mistakes so you don't have to, do
Yeah,
them. And that's
yeah,
what
man.
I'm out there trying to do, man. Is like I'm not trying to have your kids listen to me and then like glorifying that stuff. That's why I think hip hop right now is ruining a lot of things.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
against hip hop because I love
yeah.
hip hop,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I like conscious and aware hip hop with a lot of dimensions. I don't like just the one dimensional hip hop that just talks about money, glamorizing evil and going to jail.
Right.
Yeah, but why don't you talk about the other stuff?
Yeah.
Like you don't talk about the stuff that doesn't make you look good, like that the fact that to get high in there, you got to take a pill that was already in another man's mouth. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
or you're
shoot.
smoking drugs that were in someone's backside. You know what I mean? Like you
Right.
don't talk about that, right?
Right.
Because that's not glamorous.
Right.
But that's a part of the fucking system too.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
guys
we
don't know what
talked
he's
about
talking
that.
about,
He's
go
talking
back-
about hoops.
Yeah, go back to
Yeah.
one of our episodes with Fabian.
Fabian.
We talked about that. It's called
Fabian talked about
hooping.
It's called hooping.
But you know, I mean, set aside from all that, dog. When was the first time you picked up the guitar and knew that you were, you know, this was your gig, or who taught you how to play the guitar? Put it that way.
All right, cool. It was 12 years old, I think it was. I want to say it was Jessica and Layla. Rest in peace, Layla. her dad was a guitarist too. He played with the Party Animals in Montebello. They used to have gigs on Bluff Road. There used to always be 1% motorcycle clubs right there and punk rockers, and it was just the house, man. It was the house. Yeah. If you know the house on Bluff Road that I'm talking about, they had some badass gigs, you know. And her dad used to play there with a band called Los Party Animals. I think that's what they were called.
Badass name too, right?
And I think it was 2nd Street. Jessica lived on. We went down there. It was like across the street from Ari's. No, Dino's. Now it's not Dino's no more. We were there. We were chilling. And they were playing songs, so they were guitars, and it was me and Vicious at the time, and we were just there, you know, trying to like, you know, make our movida, slash just chill, you know, smoke a little bit, and then they started playing, and then I'm like, damn, and then I think they were doing some Misfit songs, you know,
Okay.
probably like Skulls and like, you know, We Are 138, I don't know what songs, but all I know is I fell in love with it, you know, and I was like, and on the way back home, I told Vicious, I'm like, yo, dog, I'm gonna get the guitar. And me and my headphone went to Montebello Mall, and there was a guitar store down by the escalators. And I got my first acoustic Sunlight, took it home, learned how to play Wild Things, which is G, C, and D. And little did I know, a lot of the songs that are punk rock are G, C, and D. A lot of songs that are country are G, C, and D. A lot of people don't know this, but a lot of songs are just 3 chords in the truth.
Wow.
You know,
that's 3 chords in the truth. Oh, I like that's a shirt.
Yeah.
3 chords.
It's not even my quote, bro. It's an old country singer's quote, but I live by it. You know, all I need is 3 chords in the truth, and that's what punk rock was. That's what country is, and that's all these genres that I like.
Yeah.
You know, and you know.
So then that's boom. That's
Boom.
when you
That's
said
when-
like, this is what I want to do.
And then after we're like, let's
Boom.
start a band.
Yeah.
Like right there, just
Yeah.
like what?
And
Boom.
right off the bat, you're already ready to rock. Like, you were writing songs and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
Simone, like,
or
but
did,
we started-
were
we
other
started-
people writing it and you were singing it?
No, we started trying to get some songs together, right?
Okay.
And it was all inspired too by the Ramones. We heard that.
Oh, Ramones, yeah.
We heard the Ramones didn't know how to play nothing. You know, Sid Vicious, they used to have to like turn off his amps. And these are all like things that go through the grapevine. You don't know if
Right,
they're true,
right.
but hey, we're on the streets.
It makes
you
for a
know?
good story,
We're on
yeah.
the streets on the punk rock scene, right? It's like, we're on the streets. Vicious, Sid Vicious wouldn't even have his amp on.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, cool. So you know what? These fools like are big. And they don't really know much, so let's do this. And then that's when I went to Pico. You know, my homie lives in Pico Rivera, right down Grape Street, right on the corner. And we did our first practice. And then there we had these beats, we had these rhythms. And I was playing bass, Vicious was playing guitar, Ethno was playing drums. And then we're all like, well, who's gonna be the singer? Like, well, we should all go home, write some lyrics, and whoever comes up with the best lyrics is the singer. And I guess I was the one who came up with the best lyrics.
That's
So I
tight,
didn't
that's tight,
really
man.
choose it. It chose me.
Right.
And then after that, after I played my first gig, I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's
Nice,
what's up, man.
But hey, man, we're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we're gonna find out what he's doing now, man. Because I want to know you did that, but now what's happening and stuff, and your pivotal point, and just basically finding yourself, you know. Because I gotta find out about all this stuff, man.
All right.
We gotta find out. We gotta dig deep. We're gonna dig deep.
Yeah.
We're gonna dig
Yeah.
deep in this stuff.
Dig deep.
So you know what I mean. But we'll be right back.
This is an original song written by me called Home Sweet Home. Raised by the streets, I did crimes to survive. I lived every day like it was last in my life. I was prison bound and heading for destruction. I had burned every bridge, had wasted my time. I was on the edge with a rope around my neck. I had gone too far to just turn Gotta find my way back home. I was down at the bottom, at the end of the road, with no place to truly call my own. I was out on the streets and out in the cold. I had burned every bridge, had wasted my time. I was on the edge with a rope around my neck. I had gone too far to just turn back. Whoa, gotta find my way back home. Whoa, gotta find my way back home. Whoa, gotta find my way back home.
Oh, we are rolling. He gave us 2 thumbs up this time.
I gave you
Damn.
2 thumbs
He gave
up.
us a double thumbs up, man. So what do you think about our intern, dude?
Oh, dude, hey, he's earning his stripes, right?
That's right.
Sure is. We're gonna have to buy him some new shorts.
We all gotta earn them.
I'll bring you
I'm gonna
some
take him to
next
the
week,
Dickie
dog.
store. Give some Dickies.
We should hook him up one day. Just fucking come in on.
It is high.
There you go,
It's
Sasha.
high.
That little
There you go,
moan.
Sasha.
You fucked it with the. It's hot.
But hey, you know what, Migs? We want to get into the transition of your life, man, because you came in the punk rock scene, but then of course it kind of died out, and then all of a sudden now you're like rockabilly, right? You got more of the
I would say
rockabilly, or
outlaw folk. Outlaw folk.
Outlaw
it's
folk,
like
okay.
a mixture of country, blues, all the
Yeah, I heard of
Americanas,
folk.
all the Americanas. So yeah, there's like a song that like Thief. People would consider that got a little bit of the rockabilly, rock and roll feeling. So, yeah,
Okay.
I try to mess around with all the sounds now. There is no limitations. No
so is it like Tiger Army, Social D?
I listen to all those bands, bro. Like
Okay.
I do. So I just honestly like I don't stick to one genre.
Okay.
I just like I call it all outlaw folk. And why is it outlaw folk? Because it's storytelling with an attitude.
Oh,
you
I
you
like that.
remind me when I hear you like a Mexican Johnny Cash.
Hey, gracias, man. That's a,
I mean,
that's
that's
a
a compliment.
Yeah, actually,
as well,
now you
but
say it, yeah, he
that's
does.
a super compliment.
Yeah.
Like, I used to get a lot of the Mike Nez and the Johnny Cash, and I think people were trying to do it as disses sometimes.
No, dude,
but that's
I-
like, to me, I was like, bro,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
that's an honor.
That's an honor.
Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
we
Both
saw the
dudes are
show.
successful.
We had footage of the show from To Live and Die, and there's a segment with you. And it's like, dude, this fucking like a Mexican Johnny Cash. Like,
Gracias, man.
Yeah. We put you in the You Live and Die segment, and you're right there playing with your guitar and stuff. We put you in the show.
I watched it all.
You watched it?
I support you
Oh,
guys, man,
shit.
big time, all day.
That's
all
right.
day.
But are you subscribed?
Yeah, I
okay.
am. I am.
Because we're like one.
And we're gonna check.
We need one
on
more
the
subscription.
TV and on my phone.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got 2 different
We
We
channels.
need one more
Baby.
subscription for 400. Come on.
Almost there.
So what's up presently,
So-
man? Yeah.
So the transition, obviously after punk rock, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, right? Crime, right? It just all becomes part of the
That's
lifestyle.
lifestyle, yeah. It's a
And
lifestyle.
then eventually in 08, 09, I do some time, and I start writing different stuff. And I always felt like I wanted to write different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Punk rock only limits you at like fuck the system, get drunk, get high,
Right.
woo, party all the time. And I didn't want all those songs, I think it was Mike Nez that says even punk rockers fall in love, even
That's
gangsters
right.
fall
That's
in love,
right.
man.
Yeah, they
So
all do, dude.
At the end of the day, I wanted to write some love songs. I wanted to write this, that, all around. I wanted to write about all the other stuff, so that's what I started writing about. So when I got out in 09, that's when the sound started.
Okay.
And then ever since then, I've been trying to push it, man. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm pushing a lot of other things in my life too. At the time, I'm pushing my addiction, I'm pushing my alcoholism, I'm pushing the lifestyle. I'm
Pushing it away.
No, I'm trying to like
Control
I'm trying
it.
to control everything.
Control everything
at
at
the
once.
same time.
Right, because you said you're pushing, so you're trying to the alcohol.
I'm trying to manage. At this point, honestly, what it was trying to do was trying to manage it all while trying to keep really greedy, trying to get high, drunk, live the lifestyle of a rock star, and play the music all at one point.
Yeah,
And
I could do this. I could do this.
I could do this. I could, and that pride eventually crashed.
Well, yeah.
You know, and
because you can't have your cake and eat it too, bro.
No,
You gotta choose whether you want to do this or because most people that's what they. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like 1 in a million that people that they're complete rock stars and they're living that lifestyle and they make it.
Yeah.
They're
But
good
then
at it.
and they're good at it. But there's those that you got to be sober and then they just jack up after. You know what I mean? Because they get all that power and they don't know what to do with it.
And it ain't nothing new, man. Since the freaking 80s, and even probably the 70s, we've been seeing that. You know, the
Right.
artists, and then everyone glorifies, like, well, the best songs are written on drugs. You might be right, man, but the best
Yeah.
sonlike, are played when they're played right.
Right.
Like, have you
Yep.
ever
Jim
seen,
Morrison.
have you ever.
Jim
Yeah,
Morrison.
Jim Morrison. How many times was did he go up on stage and mess the show up?
Yeah.
Because he's all messed up. I still see artists do that, man. You guys pay hard money for to come see me. I should have the respect to show up clean.
Yep,
Right.
exactly,
And that's
exactly.
when things a little bit
At
change.
least not over the edge.
Over the edge, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's artists that go out there and
Oh, yeah,
need that
Simone.
little bit just to give
Boost
you
the confidence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And sometimes it is that little bit that you need just to
Oh, so-
bam. It's like
No,
This
but
is
if
right
they're
on the money.
stumbling and falling and then
and not only
remember.
that, that's what co-signed a lot of my addiction too. I was like, well, drink, a little bit of this, go up on stage, let's get it going. And at one point, I think I was managing it, and the pride was really keeping it, but eventually it didn't.
No,
Yeah.
so what did you do?
So in 2014, my sister got cancer, and then I lived in the hospital for 25 days, and I was there, man, and it was gonna be her last 25 days. Little did I know, and I wrote a song there for her, and I remember I promised her that I would chase this thing, and I always told my mom, if all I get out of this is like a casa to get you, and I know that's not a lot of money, man. A lot of Americans have done it with a law-abiding job, So I was like, I know I can do this, man. I can change my family from here on and leave some generational wealth, or at least leave a legacy that's better than being a fucking drug addict and a
Right,
criminal.
right.
Nice.
Because that's all
good,
I
man.
was.
That's good.
And
I like that.
And then she passes away, and then I start getting serious about it. But I'm not gonna lie. I want to tell you that it was that moment, but it wasn't. There was still, and
There was a lot of darkness
Yeah,
still
you still,
after
yeah,
that.
you
Yeah.
still got to see a lot of that. When I met him too, I was active. I was still active,
Yeah.
man. And you're still trying to juggle it because you're juggling pride.
It's the residual that stays
Yeah,
behind.
so in 2017, after I had done an interview too on a podcast, I had came to realization, man, like I think I got a problem, and I tried to seek some help, and ever since then, with a little bit of that, it's been able to help me write more better music, and then little did I know it just started helping the music. So for the people that say like you write your best songs high, I say that's a lie. I think the stories are created when you're high, and they're written when you're sober.
Yeah.
So when I got clean, I was able to write about all the chaos. And
Right,
that's why you
right.
hear songs like Outlaw and Pelican Bay and stuff like that, because I had to go experience it to be able to. And especially coming from a Mexican American background, authenticity, genuine. Everyone's gonna check your card. Right,
Right,
Everyone's gonna
right.
check your paperwork, and you can check mine, and it's clean, homie. And I've done what I've done, and I speak on what I speak. And some of my songs are about me, and some of my songs are I'm journalizing about the lives of others, like a song like "Wounded Soldier," where I'm
Right,
talking about
man.
Yeah.
veterans with PTSD.
Right, I like that song,
Yeah,
man.
man.
That's
Have
really-
you done anything in Spanish? Like,
I actually got 2 songs that I wrote in Spanish, but I'm trying to figure out how to bring them in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
That'd be kind of dope, dude.
yeah.
That'd be kind of.
I seen the jam that you did. You're like in a wash, bro. You and your brother.
Simone,
on
the
side.
riverbed.
The riverbed. Yes.
Yeah.
What was the name of that jam, bro?
Wise Words of a Struggling Mother. We did it in
Words of
Montebello at the riverbed.
You got some good titles,
that's a
man.
badass
Just the
jam.
titles alone are badass.
Yeah, it makes you want to listen to it.
Because I remember when we were to live and die in LA. I was like, dude, I want him to bang that one. I was in the background, fucking having a good
Maybe
time.
you can do it
dog.
live right now. Oh,
Yeah.
get the guitar.
No,
Sachi, bring the guitar.
But these are all songs that you did. These are songs that you wrote after you had cleaned up.
Yeah, man. Some of them,
Right.
like, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them, it depends which one you're talking about. But like that one for sure after.
Okay.
Yeah. Vicious showed up. He had a rhythm, and he had a little line. He had a couple lines, and I was like, oh, I know where to go with this.
Yeah.
And sometimes people like don't understand. Like sometimes the song just writes itself. You're just there to catch the ball.
Right.
At the end of the day, you're just there to catch the ball. So you got to be ready. So like I always tell artists, I learned this from the War of Art, which is another book that I like to read. I'm a reader. So there's art of war, but there's the war of art. And war of art talks about being an artist, and he talks about the amateur and the pro. And the amateur waits for inspiration, the pro shows up, and then inspiration awakens.
Well, you were inspiring me right now.
That's dope, dude.
I show up every day to the field, and I'm just ready to catch the ball. Is there a ball? Sometimes there isn't, but sometimes there is.
But I can see it in your training too. Every day you run and you do your
consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I follow you, man. I go on your Instagram page and I see you in there.
And he's,
Hey,
it's one
doing
of
it,
those
dog.
stories.
That's good. That's good, bro.
Coming
That's-
back after the accident, man.
Yeah, man. It's not easy coming back after something like that, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I see that in you, bro. And I see the sobriety in you, that it ain't easy, dog. Because
That's right.
even me, bro. Like, I've been, I've had my moments where I've gone sober for about 50 days. And I felt great. And my mind is clear. You know what I'm saying? And, you always gotta, you always stumble back and you think like, you know what, I got a grasp on it. I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
I can do this. And fucking, you go back into that realm where shit gets dark again. You know what I mean? But once you realize everything, man, how you can get yourself out of that darkness.
Yeah.
Things it's a trip how things start to
Line
open up and line up. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think
Yeah.
I had an episode on here, bro, where I would show up, bro, to do this show, and it was a free for all for me to be drunk and just come have a good time. And I'm having a great time.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I want to make this very clear. I'm not. I don't got nothing against drinking or drugs, man. I really don't. Like, if you're able to do them and manage them, my hats are off to you. That's not what my message is. My message is just like, hey, if you can't, like, there is another way.
Yeah,
That's right.
You don't have to go that way.
Yeah.
I'm really not addicted to alcohol and drugs. I'm addicted to escaping reality.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like the thing that I'm addicted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's what people want to do.
Yeah,
Yes.
anything that escapes
what they wanna
reality, I'll do it. Well, I'll go
Yeah.
to the strip club if I really just want to like get my head off.
That's my vice right there.
You know?
And that's what
Food. Even exercise sometimes becomes, but it's a healthy one.
it's a healthy
The main
mindset.
thing- Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to get at, is that you remind me a lot of myself, man. That I'm like that. I'm like that, bro. So I feel where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I my hat's off to you, dog. 100%.
That's right.
The music that you're giving us now, dog. I want to expose your music, bro, because that's the main goal, is to expose the music that you're doing, because it's fucking tight, dude. And
It is.
I mean, in the scenes that I'm in and things that I'm into, that's the type of music I like to listen to, dog.
That's right.
They're like
Straight
mini,
up,
they're like
you know what I'm
mini
saying?
movies when you hear them.
Yeah.
If you're like really listening to them.
Yeah, my mind starts going. I'm,
Yeah, and
I'm
that's-
playing back something personal in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's storytelling, man. That's all I'm doing, man. And that's
It's
the music
badass.
that I loved. Like Hotel California. I'm a big Eagles fan. I'm big
Nice.
Eagles. People don't know that. Even the Misfits. A
Now
lot of
they do.
their songs were based off horror movies. Even the names and stuff. So all that stuff, man. It's about telling a story. And like if you listen to like Pelican Bay, I'm literally taking you through a story.
Yeah.
Wounded Soldier. I'm taking you through a story of when he comes back from the plane to when he's at home, being all paniqueado because he's still in the war in his head. He's looking for the gun. He wakes up the kids. He wakes up the neighbors. We all seen those movies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I gotta get this story from exclusive.
And
from
I
the
identified
dudes.
with that. Just I've never been in the military, but I came home from doing time, and they're very similar.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's why I was able to write that song, because as this man was telling me a story, and like you said about me, it's like you see a mirror, a little bit of the similarities.
Yes.
You don't look so much at the differences, you find the similarities, and that's when I start writing. So I don't really
I like
don't
that.
really create the song. The song kind of creates itself.
Right.
Just like
That's
the
right.
name, it just made itself.
No, it's
Everything
true, yeah.
just has come together,
Yeah.
and I just been there to experience it.
I love that, man.
This guy is good.
Yeah, because there's one thing, like when my brother passed away, people started telling me I've changed in the way in a lot of ways, and I found a quote, and it said exactly what I tell people now when they say, "Oh, you've changed," and I tell them, I say, "No, I didn't change, my circumstances changed, because I'm still doing what I need to do, but my circumstances, because that knocked me off." I mean, I know you said your sister, that wasn't that point, but for myself, it was my brother that, because I was going in a direction,
Yeah.
it hit me sideways, and then it's just the circumstances alone changed me and my views and stuff, because now I wouldn't be able to meet these guys, I in my life, I was like at a point where, kind of we talked a little bit off, where I didn't care anymore to reach out to individuals like yourselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when my brother passed, it woke me up to where what are you doing? But you lost focus on what you were doing in the beginning, and I started connecting again, and just seeing.
And I welcomed you with open arms.
Come here, Papi. No.
And
No,
you
but
know
it was
what?
good.
Death puts everything into perspective, man.
Sure does.
No, it
I
does.
live by a quote. It's by the Stoics, memento mori. Remember, you're gonna die, and that's what my sister's death showed me, man. Like at the end of the day, okay, you got a nice Harley, a nice bow, a nice truck, a nice car. All that shit is borrowed, man. You want to brag about that shit? Go ahead, man. That's what my message is really about. Do what you got to do to get through, and ownership. And what people don't understand about ownership, man, it goes deep. It goes
That's
deep.
true.
You know, there's a lot of people driving cars out here that own them. They don't own the car.
What'd you say right now? Do what you got to do to get through.
Yeah, do what you got to do to get through. And
That
there's a
part
diff-
right there. A lot of people have identified with that from the interview, and they keep reposting that.
Yeah.
That part right there. Do what you got to do to get your.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
people are playing what you're
and,
saying.
and everybody's got a different thing that they got to do. Maybe
Yeah.
you got to fix your finances. Maybe you got to fix your addictions. Maybe you got to lose the weight, man. There's always something you can grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you really think you can't, man, like the purpose to all living things is to grow.
Right.
So if you ain't growing, you dead.
That's right.
You dead, man. And
That's
like,
right.
that's the one thing that like death puts it all into perspective,
Yeah.
because then I'm like, I'm not gonna be here forever. So why am I caring so much about what you guys think? I
Yes.
should just drop it. And that's what my message is about, and ownership too. Like at the end of the day, I own this, and that's what it is. It's like my words need to have integrity. I heard a lot of artists say a lot of great stuff, but then the actions never showed it.
They don't
You
walk
know?
it.
I heard
yeah.
a lot of Christians say a lot of great stuff, but
Yes.
the action, faith without works is
It's
dead.
dead.
And hey, and a lot of people say, well, what about you? I fall into that category too, carnal.
Yeah.
All of us do. None of us get a face. None of us get a run from this. We all gotta face reality, and that's what my addiction used to be, was to escape reality. But today I don't have to escape it because I love it.
Woo! So on
Hell
that
yeah.
note, 'cause, dude, this guy, I can't get him. We can't get him going.
We
We're
might
gonna
do a
get him going.
2-hour show. Fuck.
But hell yeah,
2
man.
hours.
Well, we gotta take another quick break. But when we come back, man, we're gonna get more into you, man. I want that preacher guy to come out, man, because that's the person people fall in love with on his Instagram, man.
And I
Because he's
wanna-
just
and I want to know what the 333 stands for.
Oh,
for sure.
Oh yeah, we gotta get into his
We'll be
tattoos.
right back.
We'll be right back.
What's up, man? It's your boy Slick Vic. I know you guys are just watching the show. Please, just go on there and like it. Don't just watch it. Like it, subscribe, leave a comment. Do I look fat? Do I look cute? Something. I mean, I'm tired of leaving comments, bro. I can only make so many fake accounts. Leave a comment and subscribe. Go back to the show.
All right. We are back, man.
We are back. Right before we get back into this, unsocial pomade. I shouldn't be wearing a hat right now because that shit looks clean. But, you know, I got to promote my shit too. Check them out. Bomb pomade smells like cool water. Take you back to 1995. Check them out.
That's right. We're all gonna start wearing that
all
now.
gonna start- yeah.
Everybody on the show is gonna start wearing that.
Yep.
Migs is wearing it. Is gonna start wearing it too.
Yeah, I'm
We'll-
gonna try it out,
Yeah,
man.
we're gonna try it out.
Will be our new sponsor. Watch.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. So Migs, man. I mean, getting to your story, man. Even before we went to the break, dude. I mean, you are. You're a very inspiring person, not just with your music, but with the things you say, because you're very positive. I believe you're the type of person that you like to speak positive things into existence.
Yeah.
Type situations, you know. So with that, your music, I know you say it's not all about people getting high and stuff, but now you're trying to give a certain message out. So what is that message though?
Honestly, every song has its own message, like Pelican Bay. It's like a movie, man. Like
yeah.
everyone it depends what you focus on. American History X is a great film.
Oh, that's a
but
great
a lot
film.
of like white supremacists, they'll be like, I like that movie, but like, did you watch the ending?
Yeah.
Like it's got nothing to do with
Right.
like white supremacy. It just shows
Right.
where you end up.
Mhm.
Like same
Exactly.
thing with Blood In, Blood Out. Like
Mhm.
it's a great movie and we love it in our culture, but look at the ending.
Yeah.
I mean, the Miklo, the character of half-breed, ends up becoming the downest Mexican, and he's not even full-blooded Mexican.
That's right.
Not even trying to go back to the Iron Jacket thing. That's kind of like what Iron Jacket was talking about.
Right, right,
What
right.
makes you a thing is having the mindset of it. So Miklo had the mindset of a Mexicano. to the point to take care of his raza, but it's all perspective too, because how those people taking care of la raza,
Right.
you know, and
Right,
then,
right.
and then Crucito, drug addiction, and then the biggest, baddest fucking gangster ends up becoming a Huda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly,
You know, no
dude.
offense, homie. Like, what? It's like, but that's why every story has its own. It just depends, like, what you're getting, and that's why, like, when you come to me, when you come to my sound, it's like depending what you're looking for. Probably you're an outlaw. You want to ride, and you want to you want the outlaw. You want like Wild Horses Run. Those are riding songs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then you got In the Rose Garden was written for my sister. So if someone passed away in your life, that's a good one.
I want to. Where's all this music though? For real,
All of it is on YouTube, man.
It's on
all
YouTube?
Of it on YouTube, and there'll be new stuff coming out. And honestly, it's just like that. It's me performing it live.
I'm gonna have to
for
pull
you.
from
And
this
like
stuff.
at the end of the day, if you love it, come and show support.
But
That's another
do
thing
you
about
have it
people.
on like Spotify or anything like that too? or
Nah,
no?
brother, it's like that's the way I'm doing it. And like honestly, it goes back to like old school for me. It's like if you love it so much, then come out and see and support.
Okay.
Come out
Alright.
and support. You know what I mean? I want to get it
So
out
you want to
there.
be you want people to come see you.
Yeah, man. For me,
Yeah.
it's like that's another thing, man. Like I'm gonna have to diss on a couple artists right now.
You don't have to say their names.
No,
Just
I'm not gonna say a name. I'm just gonna say like I don't like those like rap. I like honestly like I've gone to rap shows and like seeing a rapper rap on top of his CD.
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
like, disrespectful to me.
Right, right.
It's like I paid like this to just see you. I could have just listened to your record in the car.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, there's a lot that goes to it, man.
that's why I
gotta
like rock
practice.
music.
Yeah.
Because they do it live. Rock is
Right,
you got to go
right.
live.
Yeah, like
You have to go live, dude.
And you have to have the voice.
You have to
that
have the
day,
voice,
You have to
yep.
have the energy. So we bring a thing that you cannot buy it.
Yeah.
So like if you
Can't
really
just press
love
play.
yeah, you can't just press play.
Yeah.
So I'm taking it old school in a time where people are taking it new school,
Mm.
and I'm like, nah, man, I'm taking it back.
Well, just like your performance right now, it's like MTV Unplugged. Like,
Yeah,
those
behind
lights-
the music.
like, yeah, the
Dude.
lighting was low.
Storytellers, remember
Loved it.
Storytellers
Yes.
when they had Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
like that's the music I love, man. Like I am. I'm not gonna try to like say I'm like an old soul, but like that's the stuff that I love, and that's
Right.
like my music is based on the '70s.
Yeah.
I love the '70s
Wow, yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to get people to identify you with? I mean, because yes, each song has a message, but what do you because at the same time, even though like people are gonna gravitate like this is what I get from you, this is what I get from you, but what are you trying to let people know?
One word that would describe what I do is redemption, man.
Redemption. Okay, yeah.
You know, like you can get out of anything if you truly want it.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, maybe a heartbreak, maybe you got out of the joint, maybe you lost your job. You know, I'm an avid reader. I love to read. I read a lot, man. I'm not like trying to brag, but like especially after getting sober, I always read since I was in elementary. It was crazy. I always hid it. From people.
Right.
It was like I was in the closet about reading.
Closet reader?
I was like, you know what I
Hey.
mean? And it's like a lot of homies like. And then it was crazy because I met a lot of OGs, and when they would get out of prison, they were like, "Oh man, I read this book, that book," and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Right.
damn,
It's cool to read.
like little do I know, like a lot of fools that have leadership positions read a lot.
Right.
So I picked up a lot of books, man, and a lot of these books have a lot of stories, and the stories have messages. I love parables, analogies, metaphors. One of the books that I love the most, and I'm not really a religious person, but I'm not atheist, is the Bible. There's 66 books, and
Wow.
in every one of those stories, man, is a story. I could,
Right.
and then there's a metaphor behind it.
Exactly.
Behind every character, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I love, man, and that's what I feel like I want people to get from my music, and I want that you to get that from me. You know, when I went down on my motorcycle, I had cast on my hands and I had cast on my legs. But what did I show after? That now I'm doing it again. I'm at day like 46, 47, consistently exercising. You know
Yeah.
what? There's no excuse. I showed up here no matter what. I showed up early. Why? Because that's what you do. You know, and that was the thing that I wasn't accountable. So
Right.
this thing has shown me a lot, and I'm still learning a lot. I don't know everything,
Yeah.
and I know that. And humility is what really gets me through, and being a student of life.
Right.
So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I know everything, but I will tell you something. I know some shit.
No, yeah, exactly, because your experiences make you
Simon.
more knowledgeable.
Simon.
You know, it's through your experiences, hand-on experiences. You could learn it from a book, but when you're getting your hands-on experiences, man, you learn a lot more and stuff.
Simon.
But Vic, you said you wanted to know a tattoo?
Yeah, so your page says Migs 333. You got it tatted on your brow area.
Yeah.
And, let's talk about what that means.
All right, 333, man. That's 666 is pure evil. But I know one thing that I know, and I've been out on the streets, and don't get me wrong, I've met some evil men.
Yeah.
But even evil men will give presents to their kids. So I feel like that's the half evil, and I got it on my face just to like let everybody know. It was like a machista thing at the beginning. It was like shake my hand and we'll be friends. But if you spit on it, you best believe, homie, I'll stab the hell out of you. I like to start a conversation too with calling everybody brother. And when someone says like, I'm not your brother, or don't call me homie because I don't know you, because you don't know me, I'm like, all right, good. So I know I can fuck you over then. That's how it was. That's how my train of thought was at one point. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm a saint. Like, with some time under my belt, man, I still have a hard time wanting to take flight on fools. Like,
of course.
My will is tested on a daily basis. Like, I love a part in the movie The Town, Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
When he goes to the florist, and the florist says, "I'll cut your nuts." You know what I mean? But then he's like, "What, do you think you're the only one out here with guns?" Like, I love that part. But growing up in the punk rock scene around barrios, that's how I felt.
Yeah,
like, you think you're the only one? You think you're the only ones out here with guns? Yeah. Like, I could call my primo, and he'll let me borrow his strap, and then we'll go at it. But what is that really gonna handle? That ain't, and I don't like to go there. And I could go there, but I try not to, man. Today, it's like, man, why are we killing each other? That's what they want. Why are we dividing each other? And like, film said it, books been saying it. Like, I'm just trying to be a part of that.
But you know why you're tested, though, right? The enemy's testing you because you're destined for greatness. So
that's right.
He's testing you. He wants to screw you over. You gotta keep being positive, moving forward. Because I mean, dude, what you're doing, what you're saying, your music, it speaks volumes.
And I think in like when you're going up to some level, I think it is true, man. You're gonna be tested. So like, this is not only a message to me, but anybody out there listening that you want a leadership position, man. You better get ready.
Yeah.
You're gonna get tested because at the end of the day, they're looking for you. That's why those pastors get caught with hookers in the hotel and all that stuff. They're watching you with the double eye, because like the way you measured everybody, they're gonna measure you. And I know that. And I kind of like it because now I know you're measuring me. Well, measure me, dog, because I'm about it. And
but that's how it's cool to have someone to hold you accountable too. Like if you have some righteous brothers, like, hey, yo, whoa, calm down.
Yeah, you're getting out of character, bro.
Yeah.
You're getting out of character, and like that's what the brothers I only hang around, and that's true brotherhood for me.
Yeah,
like brotherhood. Like if someone said, like, asked me once, like, what do you like? How would you describe brotherhood? I'm like, 5 guys walk into a room, a grenade falls, but it falls next to you. You jump on it so everyone could go home. But you only jumped on it because it jumped next to you. But if your brother would have jumped next to it, it would have been by your brother. He would have jumped on it. That's brotherhood to me. Sometimes you just got to take that, and that's not everyone's down to do that, And if I got to take an L or a fucking bullet for our kids to not live that life, because there's a lot of things that I do say in my messages that make people feel some type of way, and they slide up in the DMs and they let me know. You know what I mean? But it's like, yo, dog, if the fucking shoe fits, put it on. That's it. And everybody knows where to find me, man. I'm like, I'm not hiding, And it's just like, and I'm not saying anything against your hood or nothing. I'm saying I'm not against you. You're not my enemy. Your mentality's my enemy.
That's right.
That state of mind that you're entrapping us in is just sick, homie. Like you're bringing that energy in here, and like, you know what? I'm gonna have to call it out.
No, it's true, man.
Because if not, you're going to start a riot up in this motherfucker, and we're not going to be able to handle it. And we're the only ones that get screwed.
Yeah. No, it's so true, man. I love your mentality, bro, because it's so true. I mean, you're not fighting with the person because of who they are. It's just the mentality. It's the mentality. They don't want to change the mentality. They don't want to change the way they think, and you're going in a different way. And that's why they even say your circle becomes smaller because the way you think and your mentality – your circle small because then you don't want to be around that negativity. You're like, dude, and people think, oh, you think you're better. No, it's just I don't like that negativity anymore. I'm over it. I'm done with that.
And it's not even about surpassing it. It's just like I'm just taking myself out of this equation.
And you would think that would open doors for me, but it actually has closed doors. That's what's crazy. But like sometimes doors need to be closed to find out which ones really need to be open.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for my time. I don't know when it's going to be, but I always stay ready.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I hit the track. That's why I read, because I know there's a bigger position for me. Music is just one thing. I am not Migs Whiskey. That's just one bracket of my life. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a member of society today, luckily. You know what I mean? I'm not in jail.
How old are your kids?
I got a 10-year-old, man.
Okay.
Beautiful kid, man. I feel like God really blessed me, He's everything that I wasn't, but he has something that I didn't have, which was a man next to him, so, one thing that I just found this out, like I like this quote, is like, the person you needed the most showed you didn't need nobody, and sadly that was my story. I needed a father in my life, but
Yeah.
since I didn't have it, I realized I could survive with nothing. So when people tell me you're gonna need us, I'm like, Chales, dog, I've got this far without you fools, and like that's got me into a lot of trouble.
Wow.
That's got me into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody, but at the same time, I know that through community and network, you know, you do changes. But I want the right people with the right mindset, looking for the right intention, you know, because I'm not in it for the money. I've done lots of gigs for free.
No, yeah.
Right,
Because you're out there getting your name known and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but what do you think is next, man? That's going to take you to that next level now. What is it going to be? Your music? Is it going to be your message? I mean, what do you think is going to be that thing? Are you grouping up?
Honestly, right now I'm just focusing now on the music. It's been hard. It's been hard because of the accident first,
Right.
and then before the accident, I was focusing on my recovery. Man, I was like, you know, because there is a difference between sobriety and recovery. Sobriety is the abstinence of a substance. Recovery is fixing what's actually broken. I found out what was broken was me. You know, so I'm not addicted to coke and alcohol. I'm addicted to fucking escaping. So
That's the root.
Yeah, that's the root. So like, what are you trying to escape? And then I had to go in, and I was like, that's when I started reading more on certain
I
stuff.
love that.
And I was around other people, and you know, and then finding out that some people are only in it for some shit. You know what I mean? And you know, I worked in the rehab world too, and just seen that I wouldn't send my son to rehab, and that's nothing against those rehabs. You know, if they work for you, they work. But like at the end of the day, man, this is not about business for me. This is about real authenticity, and that's why like I love Damien Dash, is Message, 50 Cents, you know, and 50 Cents is a reader of 48 Laws of Power. I love that book, you know, Robert Greene, and yeah, just
That's
like
cool, man.
figuring out leadership, what it means, and what ownership means, and I want to own everything I have. I've seen a lot of artists sell their souls,
Yeah.
you know, and I know a lot of them. You know, I've had those contracts been pulled up to me in like 25%, 50%. I'm like, Chales, homie, what are you gonna do? Well, we're gonna get you all these plugs. What plugs? Like, and that's the thing. Like, don't go into something. Master P showed me this. I like to study everybody.
Yeah.
Master P showed me this. Never do a business deal out of desperateness. I'm not trying to escape the hood, homie, because the hood is just a mentality. I'm down to living in my neighborhood all day.
That's right.
Hey,
I'm
Migs,
not trying to leave.
So at the show, we had like a really long conversation. Right? We had to cut it short. 'Cause I'm like, dude, you need to bring this to the show. But would you ever consider like writing, like maybe a short film or something based on, you know,
Yeah,
your
that'd
life?
be-
'Cause,
that'd be
I mean,
dope,
we
man.
talked about a lot of
Yeah.
things, bro. And
It's
and-
crazy that you say that. I did. I worked with one of my homeboys. We worked on a film,
Oh,
and
yeah?
it's based on a jale I did. It's
Okay.
based on a jale I did. I have to obviously put a little bit of crema and switch up the story so I don't ever end up doing time for it. But it is based on a true story, and a lot of the songs are based on some real stuff. Like the second verse of Pelican Bay, that's my story. You know what I mean? And like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I got a big rap sheet. You know, my uncle always told me, man, if you're not good at something, don't do it. You know, if you keep getting busted, you probably suck at being a criminal. You should get a day job. The thing that
Right.
sucked about me,
That's right.
that fed into my ego, I was good at what I did. You know, and I don't have that rap sheet. And not to be proud of, I'm not proud or ashamed of it. It's just who I was at that time.
Yeah.
You know, luckily, I don't get what I deserve. You know, because if I would get what I deserve, I'd probably deserve fucking life in prison or fucking, you know, or just hell. You know what I mean? For the pain I put my family through and a lot of people in society. But, you know, I'm just trying to do the right thing today. So back to, I forgot what you were trying to tell me.
about making a short film or a film out of your.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I think it would be an easy transition for me. Not to, like, brag or nothing or be arrogant. Or just I'm pretty confident in it because that's what songs are for me.
Yeah.
I have to play out a story
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
beginning
definitely.
to end.
Well, like I said earlier, when I hear your music, I see a vision already.
Yeah.
It's like a little movie already. I'm seeing it. I'm living it. Even if I'm not playing that part, I've never been in the army or military.
Right.
But that spoke volumes.
Vic's going to do your music video.
Yeah, let's run it. and after the accident too, I learned that I was a writer. Period. Because like when my hands were down, I was scared. I was like, man, I'm never gonna be able to play guitar. Like, damn. And I remember I was shook.
Yeah.
And I had a dream that night, and it was the night that my grandma died. And I woke up at 4 a.m. and I wrote a short story.
Okay.
And I've been writing for a while, since 2017. And I write on subjects, but I never wrote a story with so much different things in there.
That's good, man.
And that's when I realized I'm like, I'm not a singer songwriter. I'm a writer. And that's when it started
Damn.
changing up.
Okay.
And so yeah, man, like I'm learning a lot about just storytelling and writing, and it's just tripping me out, like how much has been coming in.
Right.
Yeah.
So where can everyone find you, man? Where can they find you? Where can they find your music? Where can they find you performing?
You can find me on MIGS333 on Instagram, Migs Whiskey on Facebook, Migs Whiskey on Snapchat, Migs Whiskey on TikTok, Migs Whiskey on Twitter.
Dang, this guy.
Migs Whiskey on MySpace.
Follow.
And honestly, if you're having a hard time, Google the name Migs Whiskey.
Migs
I'm
Whiskey.
actually now officially Googleable. You know, and it
Dang,
feels good,
hell yeah,
you know?
hell yeah, bro.
So like that's it. Google MIGS whiskey and something will come up. And then like I'm mostly am very on the Instagram,
Right.
And the Facebook are pretty much connected. So that's
Yeah.
where you'll see all the shows. So
That's cool,
with
man.
that, yeah, man. That's
You
where
got any
can
shows
find me.
coming up that?
Yeah,
Honestly, I'm gonna be playing the event for his brother.
that's right.
Oh, that's right.
This is gonna air after my brother's event, August 14th. So he'll be at August 14th at Sidebar with my brother as well.
So,
So,
but anything after on that, you really just support, man. And like
Yeah.
honestly,
no, definitely, we're gonna support you, bro. We're gonna push you, man. You did 2
Yes.
songs for us.
Yes.
We're gonna constantly be playing it on our episodes and stuff.
Yes.
Even maybe just periodically on our
Yeah.
social media page, man. Because I mean I saw Jimmy going in and out on the camera, so it's just a good shot on you, anyways, doing your thing, man. And I think it just needs to get out there.
Yeah, man.
Your messages need to get out there, man, and it's a great thing.
I'm glad you guys brought me on, man. And
Thank
like
you for
all the
being here,
questions,
big time.
all the questions you got, man, bring them out, man. Because like honestly, like there's a lot of other podcasts, and I've talked about 2017. I talked about the music, but I was still high. You know, I
Right.
was under the influence.
Yeah.
I talked about sobriety and Sober Weekly with Fausto. I talked about my religious belief, my beliefs, not religious,
Right.
my beliefs with Chief from the Set Free Soldiers. He started a Set Free ministry.
Yeah, I know
Phil
of them.
Aguilar.
Mhm.
That was called the Dirty Dozen. So I've done a couple,
Cool. So
man, and
Set
that's
Free
why I was
Ministries.
excited about what questions we're gonna be asked, man. Run them, man. I'm an open book.
Thank
That's
you,
good, man.
Appreciate it, dude.
And I think people can see that too. Any last words, bro? We got to close this up, man. But
went by
any last
quick.
words you want to say to anybody out there or us? You want to tell us up?
Just do what you gotta do to get through, man. Keep that PMA and God bless.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
right, man.
Migs Whiskey, baby.
Migs
Thank you
Whiskey.
for being here, dog. I really appreciate you.
Yes.
And you will be on our future shows, dog. We will,
Hell yeah.
You got to be heard, bro.
Hell yeah.
Gracias.
What was that?
Thank you.
All right, man.
Yeah, we're gonna push you, man.
Yeah. Definitely gonna push you. So until next week, man, we'll see you guys. It's Jared and the crew, Migs Whiskey.
Yeah.
We got the boys in. Momo's out of town. Momo. But hey, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
This one's gonna be an exclusive for JR and the crew. I've only done it twice, and it was at a show, so you only got to hear it if you were at this show. This one goes out to the veterans that come back with PTSD. This was written, inspired by true stories that men I've met, and this one's called Wounded Soldier. Years now, I'm finally home. I left the war, but I don't come alone. The memories run all through my brain. I'm losing the battle, I'm going insane. I know that I'll make it through as long as I got you. Hold me and I'll hold you too. Together we'll make it through. Love me like I love you. Just make it true. I wake at night in a puddle of sweat. After nightmares of terror and death, screaming and yelling in search of my gun. I wake up our neighbors, I wake up our son. I know that I'll make it through as long as I got you. Hold me and I'll hold you too. Together we'll make it through. Love me like I love you. Just make it true. I see a light at the end of the road. Some call it faith, some call it hope. Don't truly know where this road will go, but as long as you're with me, it will be home. I know that I'll make it through as long as I got you. Hold me and I'll hold you too. Together we'll make it through. Just make it true.